Good day, viewer. You're most welcome to the NILE Cast on Westnile Television, where we give you the daily news bulletins of the day. Every day, my name is Okumringa Christine. Before we dive into any of the stories, let's first have a look at the news making headlines. In the headlines today, Ajah Sub-County farmers tipped on the best agronomic practices in Arua district.
Today we've embarked on a training where we're training on good agriculture practices, agriculture as a business.
A fire accident at Amazing Grace Orphanage Center in Ajimani district.
In the school we've lost the whole block, which was housing 16 pupils, and we are able to rescue only 2 who were inside asleep.
And in sports, Inter-Sub-County Primary Ball Games Championships finale in Moyo district. This and more in the NILE Cast News Bulletin. Your warm welcome to you, viewer, to the NILE Cast on Westnile Television. Now let us dive into some of the stories of the day. Youths in Arua City today joined the rest of the world in commemorating the International Youth Day slated for August the 12th annually. This was at the office of the Prime Minister grounds in Arua City, though a few people turned up to honor the day meant to recognize youth, who are the majority in the population. Take a look.
I first of all want to tell the young people I am very disappointed in myself, in the young people, and in our leaders of Arua City. It is very unfortunate that this day is on the calendar. We all know about it. We always forget that this day is to celebrate the contributions made by 70% of the population of this country. We just want this day to pass just like that.
Let us get actively involved in the government programs. Let us also get active in the politics. Politics is not for the elderly. Politics now lies in the future of the young people. So let us get active in the politics. Let us get involved in decision making of this country and of this division. So when we are going to shy away from making decisions to make our place better, then young people, let us forget about our future. We hold the future of this country, we hold the future of this division, and you hold your future as a young person, you hold your future. No one has your future, you have your future in your hands.
Now, then there is the issue of manipulation. This is a serious issue. Manipulation of the youth. I think I've already indicated. Let us make us way. Policymakers, let us respect our youth and get them on board.
And also, the worst thing on the ground there is we have this category of youth who think they are not youth. These are the teenage mothers. We have some youths who are having 4 children, and they no longer believe not to be young people, and yet they are still in the age bracket. So we need to also identify this kind of youth so that we give hope to them and we move forward.
And more in our stories. 200 farmers from Ajah Sub-County have received capacity building on modern agriculture practices to improve on household incomes. The training, characterized by field visits, mentorship and peer-to-peer learning, was organized by the political leadership of the sub-county in partnership with Arua Organic Agricultural Center. Frederick Jamadri reports.
Farmers in Ajah Sub-County, with the support from their political leadership, have received knowledge on the best agricultural practices to boost their farming needs. For decades, the use of rudimentary tools and other traditional methods of farming, including broadcasting and the use of inorganic fertilizers, dominated the agricultural sector in Westnile region that has resulted into poor yields. In conjunction with the Arua Organic Agricultural Center, the sub-county political leadership mobilized the farmers for a farm visit in order to learn in the various sectors of farm management, ranging from horticulture, apiary, fish farming, poultry, organic manure production, among others, that farmers believe will have a positive impact in addressing their farming needs. Aikoro Juliet, one of the farmers, says knowledge gap has been the biggest factor affecting the progress of agricultural activities in the area.
After here, I'm sure farmers will improve on their standard of farming methods.
Some of the farmers who benefited from this farm visit equally expressed gratitude towards the golden opportunity.
This new variety of crops which are introduced, I need to practice them because we have been ever dealing with these outdated crops which do not yield well and do not give much profit.
Enough knowledge on this agricultural method. 2, we had the challenge of seedlings. 3, we also had problem of capital, let me say. But from this knowledge, even with the 10,000, somebody can raise $1 million.
Mongfen Maurice, the head of department at Arua Organic Agricultural Center, says due to the rigidity of farmers to transform from subsistence farming to commercial farming and the use of modern methods of practicing agriculture to feed the available markets with locally produced crops has been difficult, something they are striving to address.
Well, our people in Westnile have been redundant and kept in poverty because they don't understand the dynamics of agriculture. Agriculture is transitioning and changing on a daily basis. But our farmers have remained in poverty more or less, and they cannot produce to an extent of supplying the local markets that we have here. So today we've embarked on a training where we're training on good agriculture practices, agriculture as a business, and basically to see how these farmers can adopt and figure out the challenges or improve on the challenges they have been facing. They have given us a number of challenges ranging from pests and diseases, lack of knowledge and information on these pests and diseases, soil that has become so very poor, and we are showing them on how this best can be done.
However, Jacob Wangwajibi, the LC3 chairperson of Ajia Sub-County, is optimistic that once the trainings are taken serious, farmers shall be able to have a better life to live.
We want to bring in the element of money, so that the farmer does not only look at producing enough food for his domestic consumption, but also have a view that some other people are elsewhere and they are not even farming. They are engaged in other productive areas, and it is him now or the one who is producing agriculturally to give food for those who are engaged in other productive sectors. So therefore, the element of subsistence farming should be overlooked for a better way of looking to produce food on commercial level, so that if you produce food at commercial level, you will be able to have excess for your domestic consumption.
Meanwhile, Cosmas Aikobua, the district councillor representing Ajia Sub-County, who doubles as the vice chairperson of Arua district, notes that this initiative, driven by the extreme poverty and low food production witnessed in the area, will only be eradicated once these kind of trainings are organized for farmers.
Therefore, we thought wise to instill knowledge in our farmers so that there's improved productivity and production. Ajia Sub-County is a sub-county where agriculture is in a lead. So therefore, for farmers to effectively utilize the remaining pieces of land, they needed adequate information.
Whereas Godwin Adrico, the manager of Arua Organic Agricultural Center, explains that as a corporate social responsibility, they are further going to follow up on the farmers to ensure the knowledge acquired is taken into practice.
I believe positively they are going to change. From the questions that they have been asking, you really know that a farmer has been lacking this knowledge and is willing to put into practice. We are going to do follow-ups through the chairman. We are going to do follow-ups.
Arua Organic Agricultural Center, which was established for agricultural research and trainings for farmers by Meridian Tobacco Company as a corporate social responsibility, has trained over 6,000 farmers and distributed 16 million seedlings at no cost to farmers across Westnile region. Frederick Tamadri, Westnile TV, NILE CAST.
And more in our stories, Adjumani District has registered a fire accident that occurred this morning at Amazing Grace Orphanage Center in Mirei Central of Wasap County, Adjumani East constituency. Taban Data Peter, the resident district commissioner at Adjumani district, stated that this isn't the first time fire accident has occurred and is urging the government of Uganda to bring a fire brigade to Adjumani district since the nearest fire brigade is based in Gulu district. Onzema Alan reports more. Adjumani district has registered a fire accident that occurred this morning on the 12th of August 2023 at Amazing Grace Orphanage Center at Mirei Central, Ofua Sub-County, Adjumani East constituency. Speaking to journalists, Amanzuru Emmanuel, resident of Mirei Central, who rescued 2 small children, said the cause of the fire was unknown.
Town Simelo Mavitike Dere Asrafu Salim Dudea, Daisy Zubeda Salim Williamane, Atiko, Orphanage Yadiara, Bakanduru Rudi, Mengamelo Lakama, look, remember Piki de Decara, Mengamelo, Namitu Sangasi, Miguado Coro, Nubugeti, Cormitu Sangasi, Mamelo, Metaluk look what Sagura, Miss Luke, what Tiko, job gura gare da arusi areta room na mbingu areta room na gare ti gwa ke batiri sia e luse zibe ko ngwa do angozi bakora nungwe ade gumbe da batiri re muta dona retire correre batiri oro kare da mare medua e dona se menga me fangwe rede.
Taban Data Peter, the resident district commissioner at Adjumani, stated that this is not the first time the accident of fire is happening in Adjumani district, and is also urging the government to bring a fire brigade in Adjumani district since the nearest fire brigade is based in Gulu city.
I got an anonymous call from a passerby who informed me of seeing some fire burning at one of the schools called Amazing Grace, which keeps about 65 orphans. And when I got this call, I had to immediately make a call to the police so that they are aware, and that's why you can see them around. And Adjumani having no fire brigade, I had also to ask from one of our roadworks team that is constructing the road from Atiak to Omi, that is Trabak, if they could assist us. Because has just arrived with the water tanker, and in the school we've lost the whole block, which was housing 16 pupils, because each room was housing 8 small children, the orphans, and as far as we know, we have now lost a room that will host 16 orphans, and we thank God that the people around rushed in very quickly, and we are able to rescue only 2 who were inside asleep. So there is no cause of alarm, no child has died. All of them have been rescued.
Honorable Mamawi James, Adjumani East constituency member of parliament who was at the scene of the accident, asked the district disaster committee management to assess the block and put it back for the kids.
Awire ndodese ane asilaza amala amesu skuru zalo na madri pesa bukantia de karimire de gare ekwati alosianiyo atide ya lele amaresule fe nisoba to block alogwe almost ekora ke aruse amaperbane anto ama taziba ogweto kwa sababu tarane koro kira topo ama ile anyila ki community dire andre taratere ndergo patirieri aizo aidua yesu atie kopa bwa ya edisialone ekwa sikola batiri ebe kolokito ya niko eni agasa ebe kodeka ya niko bwa tosa wala dila ko ebule like ndondona taroko ka tito no sijibriti ya
Onzima Alan and Kumaringa Christine for Westnile Television, NILE CAST. And more in our stories. With the daily routines of being locked up in classrooms and school environments sometimes becoming boring, teachers are calling upon parents to embrace financing their children to go for study trips, as it plays an important role in their studies. This call comes at a time where so many schools are seen taking out students for study trips. Yesterday, 2 schools from the Westnile region visited Westnile Television. Farish Majid reports more.
At a time where pupils and students of different schools are going out for study trips, most people, especially some parents, may not be understanding the benefits of these study trips in the lives of the children. Yesterday, Westnile TV had children and their teachers from Model Islamic Primary School in Arua City and Nebi Town Modern Primary School as the two schools traversed a number of places, and they sampled Westnile TV as one of the places of their tour. Teachers handling children, especially of the lower classes from the two schools, explained the importance of study tours to the lives of the learners, as some people may be looking at the study trips as a waste of time.
Educational tour is very important in their life because there are some things we do talk in class and they normally don't see them, so it's through the tour that we allow always them to see what we have been talking about in class. For example, you might be talking about communication, types of communication, and you talk about TV. They'll not know how TV looks like, but during the time for tour, you always show them the exactly how a TV looks like. So that thing will remain in their memories, and in case it comes in examination or to everyday life, they always apply it.
It is for refreshment. The daily routine in school, in Monday to Friday, in the class, every time with books. At least study tour, I will take them out, they relax their mind, they meet with friends, we take them to other schools, they learn how they teach in other schools, how other children behave, how things are done out there.
Meanwhile, Fete Emmanuel, a staff of Westnile Television, is of the view that these study trips can help the children in identifying and shaping the career paths of the learners.
Yeah, thank you so much. One thing is when children come like this at the station, they learn a lot. They learn a lot in a way that when they come like this, they are taken through the different departments that we have at the station. We have the news department, we have the department of productions, and many other departments that they go to. They are given some little tips, even of how to present and all that. So you find that when kids come, they learn a lot of issues pertaining media, like the different schools that come. Sometimes they teach media in their schools and the technical bits. So when they come, they learn a lot, and this experience, they go with it. They get motivated even to become journalists.
Although study trips are for career shaping, most parents continue to underlook these opportunities due to the charges tagged by the schools for them. Farish Majid, Westnile TV, NILE CAST.
At least 11 schools in Adjumani district are participating in the district's primary school music, dance and drama competitions 2023 at St. Egidio, Adjumani Parish Mission, under the theme registration, birth registration, oral health and mass against malaria. Unzima Alan reports more. At least 11 schools in Adjumani district are participating in the district primary schools music, dance and drama competitions 2023. The event is taking place at St. Idigu's Adjumani Parish Mission under the theme birth registration, oral health and mass against malaria. Speaking to journalists on the 11th of August 2023, Alule Justin, the chairperson music, dance and drama for the Adjumani Head Teachers Association, stated that this year's music, dance and drama is meant to create awareness to different stakeholders and most of all the people to take this subject as a priority.
I'm happy that today, as a district, we are holding this event. You see here, what is currently going here on is the music, dance, and drama. We are showing their talent, and one of the ways to bring in the children holistically. Though many schools tend to treat this as a minor subject, but you can see the children enjoy it. And we are here about from 11 schools have reached the district level. We are going to have it only for a day because we have got two panels, two different panels, different educators running this. We started it as early as 9 a.m. and the items are about to get finished.
Adjupio Dolphin, the vice chairperson Music, Dance and Drama Head Teachers Association, explained that music, dance and drama is very good in children and urged every parent to take their child to learn music, dance and drama. Dance and drama.
This year we have emphasized from the children a lot that the schools should participate in MDD, and really we have seen right from the training of the teachers, the MDD is so enjoyable. because you can see the children are really creative, innovative. They are able to do what people even don't expect them to do.
Onzima Allen and Kumaringa Christine for Westnile Television, NILE CAST.
Viewers, my name is Oraku Benson Pastor and you are most welcome for today's edition of Sports News at Westnile Television. In one of the stories we have got for you today, Moyo District Inter-Sub-County Ball Games that kick-started on 7th of this month 2023 has come to climax yesterday. And the tournament has witnessed 7 sub-counties coming from the different angles of the district. Let's have the compiled story.
The tournament, which attracted 7 sub-counties and 3 town councils, started on Monday 7th August this year and officially climaxed on Friday 11th August at Eremi Primary School playgrounds, bringing in thousands of football fans and spectators together to support their teams. Mr. Geriga Idibu Andrew, the chairman, Primary Schools Sports Association Moyo District and also the organizer of the tournament, said it has been a very long struggle, but now they have come to the end of the tournament.
We have come to the conclusion. It has been a very long struggle. Now we have come to the end. These trophies are very few. The sub-counties are many. The trophies will be put to the sub-counties that have performed to the expectation of the judges. So I think at the last day everybody has become a judge because we know who has won the trophy. So these trophies are going to go to the respective places. That is not a favoring. It is not by accident. It is by truth. So the trophies are going to the destination. And if your child has been selected among these, that's not also by mistake. Our experience has shown that there are about 118 cats benefiting from free education because of football. And some of our boys and girls are also playing outside. Others are playing out for Uganda. Others are playing for other teams in Uganda.
Mr. Adrawa Godfrey Free, the chairperson, Primary Head Teachers Association Moyo District, urged the district to consider constructing a high-altitude stadium in Oche sub-county for athletes.
I want to congratulate all the Wananchi of all the sub-county for the wonderful hospitality they have shown so far. And therefore, I'm saying, through this effort, I want to challenge the Secretary for Social Services so that we establish a high-altitude stadium here in Oche for our athletes who would be running and would even be running better than the Sabini people in Sebei district. Finally, as we celebrate this occasion, I know there are women who are married here, but they are not daughters of this soil here. So as Oche people, we are going to celebrate. The woman may not feel better because her sub-county has lost. So in your families, don't fight.
Honorable Dulu Samuel, the local council 3 chairperson Oche Sub-County, urged the Secretary for Education to call an emergency meeting so that they decide on the procurement of the district bus, which will be used for transporting the pupils for the nationals.
Go and call for emergency meeting, which can decide quickly so that procurement can be done with the immediate effect to facilitate the movement of our children up to Barara. By doing that, I think we have even the capacity to win all the national games at that level. But if we don't motivate our people, how can we go ahead with the people? And apart from that, besides that, the chairperson of sports, the chairperson of head teachers, Mr. Dawa, has heavily recommended that there should be a construction of high altitude facility for 20 our people in sports-related activities. Rest of the sub-county, we shall be full of high, and we shall do all the needs to ensure that we offer some suitable location for construction of that kind of facility in our sub-county.
Mr. Edema Wilson, the district sports officer Moyo, urged all the parents to send their children to school so that cases of bringing in mercenaries in such tournaments will stop.
I'm appealing to all our parents that we should be able to send our children to school. Let them be in school. This issue of using mercenaries, especially in secondary, but Mohammed is not here in the primary. Otherwise, it was there somehow last, I think, the day before last year, it was there. Nuru brought a player who was just from the village. And the guy is very good. But the ministry says football or ball games or co-curricular activities are for children who are able to pass from any grade, but not repeaters. So if you know you are repeating and you think because you are talented they will keep you there, no. We want you to move from one class to the other and participate in these activities. That's the way to go. This issue of tolerating repeaters, no.
Honorable Anyanzo Terry Silton, the Secretary for Social Services and Education, Moyo District Local Government, who was the chief guest, lauded sub-county officials for their hospitality during the tournament.
Function, ranging from May up now, is not a simple task to do. Secondly, I want to appreciate the leadership of the sub-county, for their hospitality, and the community for keeping calm. The issue of competition, of this kind of competition, is national events. We should not single out anybody, so that we point fingers to such a person. Not all the players will go to Barara, but the few selected will be the ones going.
In the finals played, Oche Sub-County won Laropi Sub-County 2-0 in the boys under 14 category. In the under 14 girls category, Oche Sub-County won Lefori Town Council 1-0, and in the under 16 category, Dufele Sub-County won Laropi Sub-County 3-2. However, there were no boys team for the under 16 and the under 12 teams did not compete in the tournament. After the finals, the district officials were able to select a total of 75 pupils that ranged from the under 12, under 14 and under 16 who will form a district team that will represent Moyo district in the National Ball Games Championship, and the team is expected to report for presidential training on the 20th of this month before heading to Mbarara next month. I'm Dominic Anton Okumo reporting from Oche Sub-County, Moyo District.
Getting into another story, yesterday, Westnile Province team settled for a 1-1 tie with the Young Stars of Pakwati. Westnile Province, remember, will be having a game up against Busoga on 27th of this month. they are preparing for the game. Meanwhile, for Pakwach Youngsters, the team that plays in Westnile Regional League in Nyagaki Zone. Let's have the story.
Westnile Fufa Drum champion drew 1-1 in a friendly match with the Pakwach Youngsters Sports Club yesterday on Friday. The game, which attracted thousands of supporters at St. Mary's Stadium match, section of the fans said it was a sign of portraying good skills as the club prepares for regional games. Tombo Ajalam, a super fan of Pakwach Youngsters, said he is optimistic that playing with the Westnile Fufa Drum team is a big opportunity for Pakwach Youngster to learn more skills from the club playing in the national level.
Not people Antalo super fan na medicine tech nanje donga para ngeo nya tech chini magimi wa tech chini ubeti yuko chala pa kwa chamska watia tera jolo ba aya ma docket tele for discipline pa club mama ko ne no chidi level mama wele mu kuma kai opino iba pa kwa chamska ana St. Mary Stadiums epi mengenya epi kana no mama aka bringana no tukuma paya mala ponga yela wana tukutuku wana tukungo dawo lembe mote tukuma lengi so wele moko mata kaito zino shakere mobo bine ibara ma St. Mary Stadiums sara jadi ate super fan na medi gina ana berka temu dan ma ko ngi kana pengo na daga temu bange kami ate mo apiri kan woro ma nyutu wako ko woro ma bina nyuti pacho wele moko baka mo bini ba bin ko tagu na bin kana na mpira man mpira echa obutum ya yima be yo ndo ibanga wa jolo dano foyo.
Isaac Opeo, an official from Pakwach Youngster Football Club, revealed that hosting Westnile Fufa Drum team will strengthen their club, and this has helped them to raise money for the club.
Our players need to continue playing football. That is, if we intend to go far with them. Games like this are the kind of games that we want, such that our players are exposed to players who are a little bit better than them. So having games of this caliber is one of our things that we need to do. By giving them games against teams that have purpose in them is one thing we need to do. Basically, games like this are majorly for the exposure and the fitness of the boys. Like when you look at them, we have a number of them already performing very well in this team.
Meanwhile, Fred Mongriek, the public relations officer Westnile Fufa Drum team, expressed his disappointment over the outcome of the game as he wanted a sure win from the regional club.
We are preparing to host Kosaba province. That is in our last home game, which will be held in Germany on Sunday 27th. So we are using these friendly matches to prepare for that day. And secondly, also we are trying to mobilize our fan base. We realize Westnile province is a very vast region, extending from Pakwach up to Yumbe and Dumani. So what we are currently trying to do is to reawaken the fan base of Westnile. So we are here today because of simply those two reasons. We want to keep the players active, as some of them are not back with season training with their teams. Some of them are free agents, so it is basically about giving them the opportunity to be fit, and so that when that time comes, we shall be able to have a team that is going to be at par with those who are coming from their teams.
The early goal scored by Elliot in the 5th minute for Westnile Fufa Drum team was equalized by Dante of Pakwach Youngsters FC in the 36th minute of the game. The chairperson Pakwach District Football Association, Benson Olinde, appealed to 3 clubs in regional league from Pakwach District to prepare for the coming competitions. He added that there is a hope that the three clubs will have a fair competition as they plan to have a friendly match with the Choli, Lango, and Buganda provinces, respectively. Alfred Jawok, Westnile TV, Nile Cast.
Getting into the ongoing Women's World Cup that's taking place in Australia and New Zealand, the games have already reached into the semi-finals with the quarter-final games that have been played yesterday and today. Two games were played yesterday. In the results of the games that were played yesterday, Spain went on to beat the Netherlands by 2-1. The same scoreline saw the team that's Sweden also registering 2-1 win over Japan. And two games were played today, and in the results of the games that were played, Australia went on to play out a barren draw with the team of France, and Australia eliminated France in the penalty shootouts, which ended by 7-6. The last semi-final game was actually between the country England up against Colombia, and England edged out Colombia by 1-0. Now the semi-final matches will be played on Tuesday and Wednesday. On Tuesday, Sweden will be tussling it out with Spain, and on Wednesday, there will be the game between Australia and the country, that's England, with the final set to be played on Sunday, the 20th of this month. Meanwhile, the third playoffs final will see the team that's going to finish third or fourth, which will be played on 19th, and that one will be on Saturday. Away from that story, finalizing it with the updates that are coming from the English Premier League, starting it with the transfer of Harry Kane, as Bayern Munich has already confirmed the signature of Harry Kane from Tottenham Hotspur. And this guy has been registered in time to face the team RB Leipzig that acts as a precursor for the new season of German Bundesliga. The game is tonight and the kickoff time is 9:45. Bayern Munich up against RB Leipzig in German Super Cup. And giving you how the games have been ongoing in the first week of English Premier League. Yesterday night there was one game on the card. It was between Burnley and Manchester City. Manchester City thrashed Burnley by 3-0. And in the games that had been played today, the early kick-off game was between the Gunners and Nottingham Forest, as Arsenal beat Nottingham Forest by 2-1. Then in the results of the other games that we have played, West Ham settled for 1-1 tie with the team of Bournemouth. Meanwhile, Crystal Palace edged out Sheffield United by 1-0. The same scoreline registered by Fulham over Everton as they beat Everton by 1-0. The newly promoted side, Luton Town, were thrashed by Brighton and Hove Albion, and they lost by 4-1. As I talk right now, less than 10 minutes already been played in the game between Newcastle and Aston Villa. Is still a barren draw between the two sides. Taking a look at the games that are set to be played tomorrow in English Premier League, at 4 p.m. you will see London Derby between Brentford and Tottenham Hotspur, who will now be between Harry Kane, who will now be without Harry Kane. Then the last game to be played tomorrow in English Premier League, actually the biggest game over the weekend, will be between Chelsea and Liverpool at Stamford Bridge, and the kickoff time will be at 6:30. Then Monday Night Football shall witness one game on the card, and it will be between the team that's Wolves up against Manchester United. Wolves will be taking a trip to Old Trafford. And Newcastle, as I talk right now, they have just scored a goal up against Aston Villa. With that, we have come to the end of our today's sports news. My name is Oracle Benson Pastore. Have the brilliance of your moments.
Thank you, Arako Benson Pastore, for that sports news and that sports updates. And with that, viewer, we've come to the end of the Nile Cast on West Nile Television. Thank you for being with us from the beginning of the Nile Cast to the end of the Nile Cast, only on West Nile Television. Please stay tuned to the rest of the subsequent programs that may follow. My name is Okumringa Christine. Have a good day.